What's up, guys? Welcome to another Vinyl is Real episode. Today I'm going to be showing you my top 10 most expensive records based off of Discogs. So I'm using, not necessarily based on we'll talk about the condition of the records as I go through the list, starting from 10, going to 1. And I'll show you the condition, and I'll tell you what I was able to acquire that for. So let's get started. Number 10. Number 10 is going to be 1971 pressing Black Sabbath Master of Reality. Discogs values the median of this at $50. I personally don't see how it's a $50 album. This one in the condition, the one I have, the condition is definitely not close to that. I would be guilty asking that for it. But it does have the original inner sleeve. It is a green label, Warner Brothers pressing. But very cool album. One of my favorite Black Sabbath album. But the condition of this one's not that great. A lot of edge dings. The front of it has a little bit of ring wear, but it's just really dirty. That's number 10. I do not remember what I paid for this record. Me and my brother acquired it years ago when we were around the age 10, 11, 12, somewhere in there. So we do not remember what the price was on that. All right, number 9 is a 2024 30th anniversary pressing of the 1994 album 4 by Blues Traveler. They just came out with 2 different presses. There was the 180 gram blue. I personally did not really care for the color. When I pick color vinyls, if there's multiple options, I like to pick what goes best, in my opinion, with the album art. And I chose the purple one. Very nice opaque purple. I love this album. I was just introduced to Blues Traveler this year. And this was the most popular album, and this is the one I started listening to first. I really enjoy this album. I listened to a bunch of their other albums, and I think they're a fantastic band. John Popper is an amazing musician and songwriter. Discogs values this at $54.99. I bought it brand new pre-order. I think in total I paid like $35. So I am on the up on that one. There is only 10 sold listings on Discogs. I imagine that pricing will probably go down over the next year. All right, number 8 was kind of surprising to me. It's just an interesting album. So Alchemy Live Dire Straits 1984. It is a double LP gatefold. Really cool album. I'm just not sure. I don't recall. I may have listened to this once, but I just like Dire Straits. It has Once Upon a Time in the West, Sultans of Swing. Again, it's another one that me and my brother somehow acquired years ago, around 10, 11, 12 years old, along with that Master of Reality. It's in a little better shape than that one. We got some water staining around the edge here. Not a lot of dings though, and the colors are really good. Very, very, very little ring wear. But Discogs values this one at $57.50 median. It would probably be pretty close to that if you don't care. It's a good playing copy. I mean, but that's all I really care about. As long as I can play through it and it not skip, that's good enough for me. But again, on this one, don't recall what the price is because we've had it so long. All right, number 7, 1988. Tony Rice, Native American. This is an original pressing. I bought this earlier this year. I've been looking for this album, waiting for this album for a long time. They are, despite the median price, only saying $67.50. They go for way more than that now. I was very patient and waited a long time to be able to buy this one for $70. If you don't know who Tony Rice is, bluegrass guy, played with Ricky Skaggs, played with a lot of really good bluegrass people. This is more along the lines of like jazz, acoustic jazz, bluegrass type of mix. But this is probably my favorite. It's a tie between this and Me and My Guitar, of which Tony Rice albums are my favorite. But this is a really good album. I would recommend listening to it. I paid $70 for it. If I was going to sell it, I would be able to get that or more out of it. But Discogs has the median value at $67.50. I can't tell you if I've only seen a couple posted for less than $70, so that's a good deal. Number 6, again from 1988, we've got Keith Whitley's Don't Close Your Eyes. This is another very popular, very hot album right now. Keith Whitley all his records are very expensive. This one actually came up, a local flea market antique store posted this as new items they got in. Listing price, I think they had it $75 or $80. I went in and asked if they would take anything less for it, and I think they came down like $10. I think I was able to get it for like around $70. Discogs has the median of this, $68.46. But of course, that's the course probably over many years of it being available. It would be going for way more than that. This is probably his most iconic song on it, Don't Close Your Eyes. And then of course, LA to Miami is probably his second most popular album. But yep, $70 is what I paid. $68.46 is what Discogs shows the median. Keith Whitley, Don't Close Your Eyes. Very nice album. Vinyl Me Please also has a colored pressing of this that's also pretty expensive. All right, now we're into the top 5. A couple of these did surprise me. Number 5 did surprise me a little bit. But the rest of them I kind of understand. So number 5 is Johnny Cash's American Recordings. Number 3, Solitary Man. This is the one with Tom Petty on it. This is a fantastic album. This is an original press. I'm trying to collect only the original pressings of this. This one's in really good shape. I was able to score this on eBay for a really good price. I paid $30. Original inner sleeve. Boop, boop. I love Johnny Cash. He's probably my favorite country artist. This album's in really, really good shape. And this came out in 2000. So I paid $30. Median on Discogs shows it as $69.38. So I'm on the up on that one. But not that it's all about that. I love Johnny Cash. I love these albums. I think he sounds the best as an old man, which is funny to say, but I really love these albums. On my way to trying to get them all, I have this one. I have the clear pressing of number 6, and I have The Man Comes Around, which is actually the number 4 spot. So in the number 4 spot, Johnny Cash's The Man Comes Around, American Recordings, number 4. This is an original 2002 pressing. It is in a little bit rougher shape. It's been around. Got both original inner sleeves. I've played this album many times. Love this album. It is an original press. I was able to score this for $10 at a local junk shop, like collectible store. I'll have to see if I can video in it sometime. It is absolutely nuts. You've got about 1.5 feet of walking space, and there's just action figures, trinkets, junk everywhere. It's absolutely crazy. Thousands of records. They are hard to look through because of how they're put in their racks, but I was able to find this one at the very bottom. It was half off, and I got it for $10. Discogs has the median on this record $79.10. This one probably would not go for that. It is, I would say, more on the rougher side. We've got ring wear. The sticker is actually a familiar sticker. There's a record store in Springville, Missouri called Stick It In Your Ear. I'm pretty sure this is a sticker they've put on there a long time ago. It's been on there so long I tried to peel it off, but it was ripping the cover. So I was like, you know what, whatever. Story. It's a story. So we'll leave it on there. The edges are pretty dinged up. This corner right here is pretty ate up, and so is this one, but it plays well, and I enjoy listening to it. All right, number 3, 1983's Tony Rice Church Street Blues. This is an original press in pretty nice shape. Another very expensive, probably the most expensive Tony Rice record to try to get a hold of. His probably definitely most popular record on the Sugar Hill label. This one I actually got on trade from my brother. I traded him a bunch of stuff that I had got in order to get this. He paid about $60, which was a really good deal because usually it's going for like 80, 90, 100, 120 at random times on eBay. And I'm not sure on Discogs. I'll have to check the Discogs to see if there's even any listed. But Discogs has the median value of this record at $90. I would say I could probably confidently get that out of it. It's got just the tiniest little bit of ring wear you can see in the light. But overall, I'd say this is really good shape. I've played it several times. Love this album. There is also a repress available of this now as of this last year. So, very cool record. That was number 3. All right, in my number 2 spot here, I have Music on Vinyls, 2010 pressing, originally released SAP in 92, Jar of Flies in 94. This is that combo Music on Vinyl did. Got inner sleeves for each one. I love these 2 albums. This was also in that local junk store that the Johnny Cash was in. I got it they had it listed for I think $200, and I got it half off. I paid $100 for it. It is pretty rough. Median on this, Discogs has it listed at 111.56. So, but it's got water damage. Nothing structural. We got some rips right here on the top. But both records are there along with the inner sleeves. They play well. It's not moldy. So it must have just got like a little damp or something. But both records play and sound great. I'm trying to remember which one it is. It's this one, I think. It's got the etched on it. Yeah. The etched star. Very cool. As most people are aware, Jar of Flies was reissued this past year. That was a fiasco. But they're super popular, so I understand. Alright, so that is number 2. I paid $100. Median value shows it at $111.56. I probably could not get that out of this. It's pretty rough. But it does play without skipping, and that's what matters to me. Alright, my number 1 most valuable record I have 2 of. One, it's going to be kind of a weird deal here, so I'll show you the most recent copy I have. So this is 1962 pressing of a 1959 album, the Louvin Brothers' Satan is Real. This is a copy I just scored earlier this year on Discogs. It is very rough. The cover is awful. I paid $51 on bid. Won the bid. $51 on this. It does play without skipping. Someone wrote on it, Alice, 1962. Alice owned this album. It's got masking tape around every single edge. It does have a lot of noise when you play it, but as I say, when stuff is super rough, but still with us, it exists. So this album exists, and it plays through without skipping, and that's all I can ask for. $51. Median on Discogs is $225.87. I do not value this album at that. It is very rough. It is my favorite album of all time. So it's worth more than that to me, but very cool nonetheless. I have 2 copies of this album. This is my second copy of Satan is Real. It is in way nicer shape. I got this one for free, actually, from a family friend who was clearing out a closet, had a bunch of records in there, and they decided to get rid of them. This copy was owned by a blind couple. It's got some braille on it, super clean on the back. I've actually owned 4 copies of this record. First one being one I purchased off of eBay. $171 is what I paid for it. It was a decent deal at the time. The cheapest one I had seen in a long time. Second copy would be this one I got for free. Third copy I found at a sale in Arkansas. An old man passed away. His daughter was selling a bunch of his collection. He had probably a 2-car garage full of records, and it was all spread out in the driveway in moving boxes. I bought every single Leuven's Brother record I could find there, and when we got home and was looking through all of them, inspecting everything, I found just a Satan is Real disc shoved in one of the records with what it originally was. And then the first copy I showed you of this was the last copy I bought, and I bought it for $51 on eBay. Got the last bid on it. So those 2 are my number ones. Most expensive records based on Discogs Median value. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and a comment. Make sure you also find us on Instagram under the same handle, Vinyl is Real. The same logo that is on the channel here will be on the Instagram. Shouldn't be too hard to find. Let me know in the comments below what type of content you would like to see. I hope you have a great day. This is Vinyl is Real. Thank you for watching.